Angie Zigomanis from BIS Shrapnel, Head of Residential Property. This special report you put out for the UDIA, what does it tell us?
Well, after being in decline since peaking in 2010, residential housing construction or housing approvals showed its first pickup in December quarter, being up by 10% on the same period last year. Part of the reason for this is the market's most of the oversupply that was in the market after the market peaked in 2010 has now been absorbed. Similarly, we've seen a lot of oversupply of excess land on the market has also been soaked up now as well, and that's starting to translate now into new housing construction. We've also seen very strong population growth in Victoria with record levels of net interstate migration and also very strong overseas migration, and that has helped some of that oversupply be absorbed and some pent-up demand now starting to emerge. That's starting to
First home buyers, what's happened to them?
Well, first home buyers are starting to fall off from the back half of 2013, and it's largely a result of the state government removing some of its incentives for first home buyers. It removed the $7,000 first homeowners grant at the end of June, and so we saw a rush of first home buyers move in ahead of the expiration or the removal of the grant to buy, and so we're seeing the inevitable fall off in demand now.
So where do we pick up the slack there? First home buyers are falling out. How come we're still getting this 10-11% growth?
Well, so we're seeing very strong growth in upgraded demand. So the return of price growth in the Melbourne market has seen a lot of existing homeowners sell out and upgrade to a brand new dwelling, a larger dwelling that can meet the needs of their growing family. At the same time, we're also seeing a pickup in investor demand as well. Solid rental growth in recent years has meant that yields are fairly strong in Victoria, or better than they have been, but also low interest rates have meant that the gap between rental income and mortgage repayments has narrowed a lot, so it's become a lot more attractive for investors.
And what about the greenfield sites?
The land market out in the greenfield sites, we're seeing that start to pick up as well. The oversupply of land on the ground, completed lots we saw in recent years, has now been absorbed, and we're starting to see the first signs of price growth starting to emerge there after having fallen over 2013.
And you see this consolidating a bit, do you think?
Yeah, well, we're seeing very strong population growth in Victoria, and that should feed through to continued solid demand over the next year or two, provided interest rates stay at their current conducive level.
And so you would see a sort of steady recovery?
Yeah, we expect to see moderate growth. I don't think we'll see the peaks that we saw back in the boom time market in 2010, but I think we should see solid, steady demand in the detached house market for the next 1 or 2 years.
And your advice to anyone who's out there buying?
Well, look, I think we expect to see price growth continue in the Melbourne market for at least the next 12 months. As I said, we have some pent-up demand there, and we also have low interest rates that will continue to encourage buyers.
Thanks, Iggy.
Thanks.